All right, there we go. We are live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris, and this is my channel, We Love Comics. And welcome each and every one of you to a unboxing. And while I'm waiting for people to arrive, I see a couple of people here already, but I want to give people a little bit more time. I'm going to add something extra to this besides the unboxing. I haven't done one of the key or duds where you guys get to pick one of 3 packages to open. One is a key issue, one is a not bad comic, and the other is a dud. So you guys get to pick. And last time I recall, and it's been a couple of months since I've done that one, I've been able to trick you guys for a while. So if you've never done it before, I'm going to do that after I do the major unboxing. So you guys should, in the live chat, communicate with each other and talk amongst yourselves and see if I can trick you guys into picking the dud, or do you think you guys can outsmart me and find the key issue? So we're going to do that after the regular unboxing. And also I want to just remind people, as I'm waiting for people to come in, I see they're starting to file in now, don't forget to sign up for the cashback program, because if you buy comics on eBay, Amazon, or anything else, because it's more than just comics, the link is in the description at the top. Sign up for it. If you spend $25 or more within the first 90 days of signing up, you get a $10 cash back. And it also helps me because I get a bonus, basically like a signing bonus for it. It's a one-time thing for me. So if anybody can do that, it's going to help. Don't forget also, I am selling some of my comics in the form of mystery boxes. There is a link all the way at the bottom where you can actually click on. It'll give you full descriptions of everything if you want to participate in that. If you do send a money order, I will add an extra comic for free. So I see people are coming in, so welcome. Let me first say hello to all the people that arrive early, because I always appreciate those people. Mr. Comics and Eric Mena, they were here last night, so they wanted to say hello. But the first one today, Never Stop Collecting. Close second, you guys know him, Horror Breakdown. We got Theory, we got Ben, we got Demetrios, we got Jerry P., we got Victor, we got Brian, we got Noah, and Theory says, how am I feeling? I'm getting there day by day. We're still trying to figure out, I'm waiting to see what's going on with my aunt. Hopefully there'll be some good news, but sometimes no news is good news. Comic Collector is here, Captain Crunch is here, Steven is here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me put on the video camera so you can see these unboxings. Now, this is a book. When you see the actual comic, you'll be like, all right, why is he making such a big deal out of this? And then when you see the part that I will show you, you will understand why. Now, one of the things I want to continually instill in people is the fact that if you want things in your life, the first thing I recommend is changing your thought process. Now, I know some people think, oh, well, you know, that's crazy, that's silly, you know, why does that benefit? Because what will happen is, the first step is, when you change your mindset, is you have a better attitude towards things. And then what will happen is you'll start getting yourself more positive energy, which will make you want to work harder at achieving your goals. It's okay to fail. I mean, like, if you've watched my channel for a while, you've seen, especially just in the past month or so, how much I've been knocked down and everything. Even with this channel, people always say, well, why do you get so many thumbs down and things like that? There's challenges in life. I mean, sometimes you can't control that, but you can control what you do. So the attitude of thinking, okay, I want something, instead of saying, oh, I'll never get it, say to yourself, what can I do to be able to get it? Now, obviously, go within your means. I mean, it's going to be a lot more difficult to get a Detective Comics 27 than it might be, you know, an Amazing Spider-Man number 20. So set yourself realistic goals. Make sure you change your attitude and say, okay, instead of automatically dismissing something, which basically makes that come into fruition, you want to kind of say, all right, what can I do to make things happen? So change your mindset, be positive, and, you know, you got to work. You got to put in the effort. And just remember, it's okay to fail. I mean, failure is a good teacher on what not to do. So hopefully that inspires people. But there's 2 of the same comic here. And these are graded. And let me just show you first the comic. So this is Batman Damned, the second issue. This is the Jim Lee variant. But here's the thing that I've always wanted. So here is, it's a CGC, and we have a grade of a perfect 10. And as a matter of fact, yeah, let's do this. 2 of them. So I was able to acquire 2 of the Batman Damned graded 10. Now, since I learned back in 2015 that there was a thing called slabbed books, I had a lot of 9.8s. I even have 3 to 4 9.9s. But I've always wanted a 10, which means it's perfect in every way, no flaws whatsoever. And it kept falling out of my grasp. So this is one of the things I want to teach people. Since 2015, I've wanted to get a perfect 10 comic. Now, if you see the prices of a lot of perfect 10 comics, they're not exactly cheap, and the ones that are books no one wants. So it took me from the year 2015 to now, which is mid-April 2019. And not only did I finally get 1, I have 2. Now, here's the amazing part. The seller, who had amazing communication, and it was actually funny. I thought, oh, it's going to be another scam, because after I did this was best offers. And I'm amazed that they accepted them and actually gave me a little break on the discount on the shipping. Gave me a $5 refund because it came out to like $20 to ship, or $25 or something like that altogether. So he took about $5 off. But all of a sudden, after I paid for it the next day, I got a message from the seller, and he says, oh, well, you know, the package said it had arrived, but it went somewhere else, so I didn't get it. I'm like, oh, here we go. Typical excuse of, oh, you just happened to not get it. And I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be too good to be true, because when you hear the prices, you're going to understand why. But it ended up, the person stayed in communication with me, ended up getting them, so his story was actually legit, and they just arrived yesterday, and I've been waiting until today to unbox them. So these are the Jim Lee variants, issue number 2, graded Gem Mint 10. The only books I've ever had in Gem Mint. Now, I paid a total, so I wrote it down. Did I write it down? Yes, okay. I paid a total, with shipping and handling, of $98.58 a piece. So less than $200 for both of these perfect 10 comics. And Theory says, I've seen 10s before, just can't get them. See, right there, that's the one thing I want you to change. See, what you have to understand about how this world works is the way you speak and the way you believe, even if you don't really mean it, you don't think about the concept of what you're saying, you will get what you believe. So when you say things like, I've seen 10s before, but just can't get them, that will become your version of your truth, and you'll never get them, because you've stated you can't get them. Well, let me ask you this. Why can't you? What you should say is, you've seen perfect 10s, and you haven't gotten them yet. I'm looking forward to the day I do. And that's what I said, because like I said, since 2015... I've always wanted a perfect 10 book. I've gotten as close as a 9.9. I have either 3 or 4 of them. But I couldn't get the 10s because they were either way too expensive or it was just a book I really didn't care about. You know, I don't want a G.I. Joe number 17 at a perfect 10. You know, somebody might like that, but for the money, it's just not worth it. So when I finally saw these and made these offers for these, as a matter of fact, the second one, I only purchased the first one. And then I was like, and I went back and messaged him, and I'm like, you know, if you still have the second one, I'd be interested in it. And he said, well, somebody made a bid for $80. And he said, but since you were nice, because we were having conversation back and forth, and he actually really appreciated the way I was being nice, he said, you know, if you want it, I'll sell it to you for $90 plus shipping. And I said, well, to be honest, as much as I would like it, you know, I don't want to take somebody else's chance of getting it. So if somebody already made you a bid, you know, give it to them. And he came back and said, well, this person started out with like a $40 offer. So he's like, he didn't like the fact that the guy tried to majorly lowball him. So he said, if you want to do it for $90, I'll let you have it. So I'm like, all right, as long as you're, you know, as long as you understood that I was willing to give it up for someone else. He explained the situation. I'm like, fine, that's perfectly fine. So this person was a very honorable seller, had great communication. That's what you need in eBay. But to end up getting these for $98 a piece, I might sell one of them. Because I saw the cheapest one that somebody sold this for on eBay was $355 plus tax. So I might actually sell one of them. Obviously, I want to keep one. Because the fact is, I finally got myself a Perfect 10 comic, and it's a fairly relative book. I mean, it's not anything where there's no, as you could see in the description, there's no major significance, but it's just a very controversial book because of what happened in issue 1. So it has become popular, and of course, because this is the variant, it's going to be more desirable, and I'm not sure if it's more rare than the first, you know, the first part, but I don't know. I mean, what do you think? There'll be maybe a dozen 10s? Because I did see a couple of 10s. So, but I have 2 of them now. So I want people to change their mindsets. Don't say things like, I can't get them, because you'll make that truth. Just say you haven't gotten them yet, and you're going to take whatever time it takes. I mean, it took me from 2015 till 2019, almost 4 years, to finally get one. So you do have to be patient and understand that when things are, you know, when all stars align and all that other mumbo-jumbo, you'll get it when it's right for you. Otherwise, it won't be as fun. So I want to try and teach people that you can get the things you want. Sometimes it's just not tomorrow. Sometimes it may take 4 years, 5 years, 10 years. You know, there's no hurry. I mean, unless you're 99 and you're on your deathbed and you're ready to go at any moment, there's not really a hurry. So just enjoy the fact of the hunt. There have been many comics I've wanted that I lost out on. Lost out again and again and again. And then I got them. And there's a book coming supposedly today, and I'll do a video probably on Sunday for it, that I've, again, wanted since it was on my 2016 wish list. I could not get it, but I finally got it. As a matter of fact, a little insider for you guys, I ended up getting 2 of them in the span of 2 days. So a book I couldn't find at any good price from 2016 on, a book I really wanted, all of a sudden, not only did I get one, I got a second one. They're not coming in the same package. But that's the book. Now, stick around because I'm doing one of the Key or Duds. Now, with the Key or Dud, let me grab a piece of paper. What you have to do is you guys are going to talk amongst yourselves, and I'm going to show you 3 different boxes. One is going to have a very key book in it. Another is going to have it's an okay book. And the third will be a dud. So you guys get to choose when I tell you, and I'm going to show you the packages first. You guys get 1 vote. You cannot change your vote. Once you make your vote, it is tabulated. And then we will open up the one that gets the majority of the votes. So if you guys are ready, remember, you could talk amongst yourselves. This is what we're going to do. If you're talking amongst yourselves, use the number. In other words, number 1, 2, or 3. When you're ready to vote, spell out the number. In other words, 1, O-N-E, T-W-O. You know how it goes. So this way I know that's not your vote. So if you say the actual number, that means you're talking amongst yourselves. Like if you're trying to tell everybody, all right, guys, let's pick number 2. Put the number 2. But when you're ready to vote, spell out number 2. If that's the one you want. All right, so here's the first one. I'm only going to show one side because the addresses are on them and I don't want to give out mine and the seller's information. I'm sure you understand. But as you can see, this is a regular, typical comic book package. I already cut open the tops and the bottoms to make it easier so it doesn't take as long. So this one, as you can see, there's a little bit of damage there, but it doesn't look like that would affect the comic, but we'll see if you guys choose that. So that is box number 1. Next one. This is the typical eBay seller these days. They were nice enough to at least tape it, but as you can see, incredibly thin in a manila envelope. Doesn't look like it's damaged, luckily, but these are the people that really, I cringe when I see these in the mail, because these are the type of ones that the mailman, when they're in a hurry, will shove into a mailbox. So that is package number 2. And then package number 3, very similar to the one you saw. That was number 1, but this one, they gave it a lot of extra tape. Again, I didn't. Okay, I didn't cut the tops on this one, so this one might take a little bit longer. All right, so you can talk amongst yourselves. When you're ready to vote, you're going to spell out the number of which one you think it is, 1, 2, or 3. And then when I see the majority of those votes, we'll pick the one that got the highest amount. So when you guys are ready, place your votes, and then we'll open up that package. So it usually takes a couple of seconds because there's a little bit of a lag. So you guys in the live chat are going to pick which number you believe this will be. All right, we might have a first here so far. All right, there we go. I was going to say, so far no one wants to vote. All right, so once you spell it out, that counts as a vote. If you write the number, then that means that you're just talking amongst yourselves. All right, so we got it a little bit all over. All right. Just remember, if you pick number 2, don't step in number 2. That's some advice I give you for free. All right, so looks pretty close. All right. So there we go. We might have one in particular that there is one that's in the lead right now. So we'll do about 3 to 5 more votes. Lewis gives the peace sign. All right, so 3 more votes and we'll have our winner. Okay. All right. So you guys, it looks like it was pretty close, but it looks like, all right, Punisher made the last one, so that will basically knock the others out. 1 is the one you chose. All right, so now we get to open this up and see what you guys picked. Now, I saw you guys didn't communicate with each other. That could have been a fatal mistake, but we will find out. And also, you know, don't forget, if you like these kind of videos, if you're kind enough to give a like, it does help, because the more likes it gets, the more likely it is to see my videos. And if that means something to you, especially if you like getting notifications, then you'll hit the notification bell. Just don't hit one another. All right, so you guys confident? All right, so here is the comic mailer, and you all picked a box of Scotch magic tape. So once again, I was able to get you guys and pick the dud. So that's all right. As you could say, this was taped before a live audience, and I always appreciate that you guys are here. So we're going to do today's surprise subscriber shout out. I want to thank everybody for coming. Hopefully you enjoy those. And it's been a while since I did one of those, and those are kind of fun. So I'm going to give this to the surprise subscriber shout out. Will go to Luis Ramirez. That is for you. I hope you appreciated this. And those are kind of fun for me. I might start bringing those back a little bit. So I did get you guys to choose the dud. And, hey, if anything, I might need that tape one of these days, so I'm glad I didn't keep it in the box. So, yes, Comic Collector says, doing a little magic trick, so a little free sponsorship for a company that I don't get paid to sponsor. And I hope you guys had a great day. So, these are the comics you just coming in that I finally was able to acquire. Batman Damned, the issue number 2 This is the variant, the Jim Lee variant. Got them both at a perfect 10 for a grand total of $98.50 a piece. That, to me, in my opinion, is a steal. So, on the website where I sell my comic book packages, I might put one up for sale. Now, like I said, I saw between $350 and $450 were the ones that these sold for, so I might just put it for $350 if anybody's interested in one of them. Or if somebody gives me a better offer than that before I put it on there, just put it in the comment section, and I'll put that directly for you. So, one of them I'm definitely keeping, but change the way you think, everybody. Don't say you can't, because if you say you can't, then you won't. And that's the opposite of what you want. So, rechange your... I mean, I know it sounds silly, but if you change your mindset to a more positive way of thinking, you'd be amazed at how things will change. And I've had many of my subscribers say, all right, I'm going to follow my advice, and then all of a sudden, coincidentally enough, within a couple of days to a week to maybe a month later, all of a sudden they're finding the books that they couldn't find before. So there is something to it. If you don't want to believe it, you don't have to. I always tell people, especially on my other channel, which I haven't done a video there in like 2 months, there's a reason why there's the word lie right in the middle of the word believe. So thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, it's not you, it's not I, it's We Love Comics. Happy collecting, and I'll see you next video. Peace out, everybody.